Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass Hero and welcome to Fatum Betula, a PS1 Style surreal horror game. It is essentially about trying to restore water to this world. It's very surreal, almost like Lovely Sweet Dream emulator. And I played the demo version of this back on the PS1 horror demo disc. This is a full release now. Some say the air itself has a face. It's true. A child once bore witness to its piercing eyes. Racked with grief, she traveled to the end of the narrow stone path atop a river and pleaded the cold to show itself. The sight of nothing stole her gaze, and she waited still. A horrible row of teeth soon reflected her image, and she was gone. Consider this tree and all land be one and the same. Synecdoche. Both are kept between the living and the dead. This ancient water holds its roots in limbo. As such, everything here has failed to accept entropy. I've considered us to have not existed in a previous state at all. The plant is our fate and its water our fuel. I will provide you with the tools to make alterations. Do whatever you must, but don't feed it with what you bleed. So the gimmick of this game is, as is explained, is water. I don't know how the full expansion of the mechanics work with this being a full release, but we'll see. Hey Kat, how you doing? I just saw you at that horror convention. I don't know how long I've been here. There was constant pain in my empty stomach. So I saw the lake area before. I'm curious what this area is. Because this would be new territory here. God, I'm feeling like I'm playing Ocarina of Time. Picked up something. Oh God! What's this? There's a page from a book here. It reads Magical Fetishes, Volume 2, page 33. There exist tales of a glass jar that can only hold water. What is remembered? It captures art that is truly desired by the eye of a late beholder. Memories of the dead can take form within the jars, and is often highly... The page ends here. Weird. Who the hell are you? You know what? Doesn't matter. If you can help me. You are standing before my life's work. I categorize and study magical phenomena. As such, here and there I've been cursed. One such affliction is that I cannot open wooden doors. I'm stuck. My final wish is to create something without death. Unfortunately, the skull of a previous immortal is needed. The only one I know of lives behind a wooden door. Just my luck. If you can get me that skull, we may never have to meet death. It's not so much a well, more of a pit. You just think it took me back here. Yeah, see, a wooden door. A wooden door that goes flying occasionally. It's normal. It's still good. It's in this cabin. Confusion? You are the longest skeleton. The longest Jack Skellington that I've ever seen. I'm not dead. I nearly forgot how to speak in my time here. Long ago I was gifted with immortality. At first I was relieved, but 50 years into my new situation, I began to rot. I became hungry and I was too weak to hunt. I could only stare at this wall. I forgot how to think, I forgot meaning. Please don't leave me here. If you do, please come back to kill me. Good for you. Ooh, look. Floating textures. Okay, don't jump into the water. That knocks you back out. So I guess we're done in this area? I think there's random events in this game too. I mean, we'll see if we come across one. So the lake area is the area that was in the demo. There's a note here. It reads, "If you're reading this, I am dead. This tool once aided my research and I hope it will do you the same. Be warned, I fear this blade has become weak with age. It may only have a few strikes in it." Low poly fish. Let's check out the lake. I believe the endings of this game might be mutually exclusive too, so at some point I gotta start making saving branches. I'm gonna have to cut that with a knife. Let's head to the bed. This was a weird area. It also made perfect sense. Have you seen a painting around here? I saw it a long time ago, and it won't leave my mind. I've traveled a long time to see it, and yet it's gone. Such as death, I guess. Let's check the area out while we're here. We just walk on all these awful textures as I get dizzy, terribly so. Just stare at the sky, that's bear. No, it isn't. I'm lost. Hey, news. A gravestone for a fisherman sits here. It reads, "Please cut my shackle of rope." It has been cut. I was a man once. A dangerous fish caused my fate. Its flesh could kill an immortal, but it can't harm plants. An immortal's death will never matter though. Ghosts can't die. The boredom is too much and I wish to poison the future. You need to feed this fruit to a mammal with a beating heart. Take the victim's blood. I know the plant. Please kill it. Save us all from eternity. We need non-existence. Interesting a mentioning of a fish. Oh god, it's so dizzy. Okay. Now we can get the fishing pole. That'll be the other key tool we'll need. Yay. The gravestone for a fisherman sits here. May we see him in our dreams. Which is what we did earlier when we went to the dream world. Come on, fish. There we go. We have a fish. Maybe these fish are flying. I've never begun to catch the flying distorted fish. Oh, I did. Is that a different fish? It is. Oh yeah. Terrain texture glitch out fish. What? Weird. My existence is impossible. Good for you, buddy. Oh, there's an area here. It's kind of intimidating. But also kind of cool. There's a submarine out there. We will come back here. We actually can get some endings right now, which we'll do. I think we can get some of the endings we got before. So... one of the endings dealt with this. There you go. You like it? This is the second. This is the third time I've destroyed you. Oh yeah. So you got 3 flasks, but I think, unless there's an ending later on, I can't tell if that's because it gives you the option to start stacking up for multiple endings, or there's going to be an ending where you need to have multiple of some kind of material in the flask. Nothing. There is nothing. This history is erased. There isn't a pair of eyes to see what you've undone. No ears to hear the silence. Not a mouth to say goodbye. The only being left is outside of the fiction. I'm sure eventually you won't remember this world, though. Death will make sure of it. Ending 0. Nothing to worry about. Seems so bad to me. Let's try feeding him a distorted fish. How you like it? Any good? Oh my god, my friend. Oh god, what have you done? My eyes can see themselves. I might have knocked myself out of an ending. Alright, let's feeding you a normal fish. Thank you for the energy. I needed it. Now I should return the favor. Here, take this for your troubles. I know we produce plenty of it back home. Although I can hardly remember my home. All I can seem to recall is fire. The black goo from Prometheus. Thank you, friend. It's kind of a pretty liquid, if anything. We have solved many issues. Though nothing claims the whims of nature. A small percent have made things far worse. A parasite cannot survive without a host. Though the opposite is not true. The birch's roots will flow to hell. Its branches will rise to heaven. Overgrown. It will reclaim what is dead. Is this really symbolism for humanity ending one parasites and environmentalism and how we interact with nature? So maybe that would be why the oil triggers that ending, because it's like humanity drains the resources too much. Sorry, buddy. You're gonna be at the tail end of or should I say, the pointed end of a lot of deaths here. Well, your life is just suffering. You just want some fish to eat. And look at me. I'm a monster. A broken sword. Since the sword broke, I guess it really is limited to how many, so if there's never a puzzle or something that requires me to use a sword, I have to be very specific about where I use it. This ending leads into Bloodborne, I'm assuming. God, these videos are like Alpha Centauri secret projects. We're cursed with a tendency for violence. Individuals are easy to kill. A new society persists and more blood spills. An endless river. Systems now refuse to be created. People won't talk. Every conflict ends with a knife drawn. I guess every substance we feed the tree defines society. Community will never arise. Ending 2. Murderers. So oil defines society as consumption for the sake of consumption. The cat's blood defines society as like the weak shall fear the strong and murdering and stuff. So a society purely based on war and violence. Okay, let's go to that area we did not go to and explore before, which is this very spooky ocean, because dark voids and old school graphics of oceans always scare the hell out of me. You talk to someone who found the bodies of water in Conquer's Bad Fur Day, kind of scary looking. Hey, buddy. Such a beauty she is. The sea. Her shape constantly shifting. Her color is perfect. I hope I can look at this work of art for the rest of my days. Please don't put anything in her. Look, seagulls are just made of, like, cliches. Under the sea? With you and me? You know, this is not helping my deep sea fears. What the hell? Oh, hey. I've been here for a while. Not much to look at, really. We're kind of blocked off. I don't think anyone has ever been any farther below. I'm very curious about what could be down there. If only that seaweed wall would just die. Oh, you got cement shoes. Oh, that doesn't quite explain why you turn into some kind of Junji Ito reject. Yeah, there's a seaweed wall. What's in here, my friend? Huh? Looks like some kind of key. Weird. Is anything else down here? Let's feed you. Get oil. Or should I have given you poison? Yeah. Maybe poison's a different ending. Hey, buddy. Oh, oops. Looks like it's an oil spill. I literally hate you. Suffering. I can't tell if the ocean looks any different. Hey buddy, have you noticed anything different? The sea is ruined. Oh, the seaweed is dead. Well, I'm not going anywhere. Yay. Oh god, it's the abyss. That's terrifying. It goes on forever. Oof, Subnautica. Oh well. My God. At the end of the abyss, it's the suburbs. Hmm. Hey, kiddo. You better get outside once in a while. He gets really upset when you linger in front of that TV. Now you better be watering that plant you keep in your room. Now there, sweetie, I'm sure it's still alive. I'll just be washing this dish for the next week or so. Some kind of family cliche? Well, that's how I get back to the church or wherever. Ah. Deep symbolism.
Is the very foundation of what has become probably the least important of all American celebrations, Father's Day. Now, you may think that Father's Day is merely a time for the presentation of neckties that Father won't wear, socks that Father can't use, or books that Father hasn't had. But in Springfield,
I have the blood of suburbia. Consume. A product of the world that raised you. I don't blame you. Though you've murdered the child of your blood. As is what previously happened to you. You don't deserve sympathy, but I am sorry. I hope they end up better than you. Getting free, the cycle. Hey, koi fish. This one's probably used for the Jack Skellington. And I do have that one thing that said something about art in jars. I can probably use that to give it to the Skellington. The ghost one in the other world. Yay. I've collected art. Hey buddy, I got art for you. You like art, right? Oh my god. You found it. It's not quite as profound as I remember. I guess I was setting myself up for disappointment, though. For an eternity, this painting has only existed in my mind. Well, it's still gorgeous, and I am beyond thankful. Here, This is literally my only other possession. Okay. 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 I fed you bones, which is good fertilizer. We've unleashed the bone dimension. Truly bone now. Everyone is no, no, it really is the bone dimension. Oh no. Everyone is now a skeleton. A real disappointing ending, I'm sure. No, this is awesome. This is fine. No one has the eyes for art. At least we all develop a sense of humor. No one has the skin for touch. It's all really weird, honestly. At least Halloween will be fun. We've become a, or at least internet skeleton. And you can find bones. Huzzah. Mmm, rainbow juice. Should probably make another save. Absorb the rainbow juice. The birch has mutated. It has a newfound appetite. A cult has formed to serve. Every year, sacrifices are randomly picked. Speaking against this idea will get you eaten alive. I guess some of the endings are symbolic and some of the endings are just joke endings. It mustn't get hungry. Ending 6. Feed it. This plant has some uses, I imagine. Oh, I didn't see this before. Potion Chemistry, Volume 10, page 9. This concoction will aid the growth of any plant-based life form. The recipe simply calls for the blood of a beast and liquid bone. This potion holds potential for many practical uses, such as creating walkways to higher grounds, and page ends here. Oh boy. It's a me, Mario. Wait. Oh, here we go. Look, here's that eye symbol again. It's everywhere. Just throw keys at the doors. That unlocks that. Get some wine. So I have a feeling this is going to be a religious society. It also became the Idio Front. Life is a party of faith. Everyone is too drunk for worries. With the wine of a bottle, and the words of a preacher, death is not invited. He shows up anyway. Ending 4. Faith. So, by throwing wine in there, we turn society into a nice European city. It's even a lot better than the murder one. Okay, now let's... This thing kills immortals? The concept of you eating a fish and dying is kind of funny to me. Hey, free skull. Just call me Agent Scully. Now you wanted a skull. You have no idea how important this is. We have just cheated death itself. Fuck yes. Here, I'll brew it up real quick. What are you gonna do with eternity? Hopefully I can climb out of here. If I do, I'm going to write a book for my mother. She never liked my writing. Maybe I can change her mind. I have all the time in the world to try. Oh, it's ready. Here, take a sip. Wow, it's kind of pretty. Put this in here. There we go. Absorb eternity. My God, it's full of stars. No one dies now. All aspects of beauty can be explored for eternity. Dying stars can be viewed. All secrets can be uncovered. Meaning can become meaningless. So the moon symbolically deflated. Eventually nothing but the immortals remain. They float in an empty void, forgetting who they are. Every problem is solved but one. Being alive. Ending 7. Forever. Live. Let's try... Put the poison blood in here now. Yeah, look at that. It's like Vaporwave. Oh wow, it actually did change the color of the ocean. Groovy. Mickey Mouse? Consume Disney products. What? Some kind of Doom NPC died. You the developer? My log day 1. This neighborhood goes on forever. It's all the same and I think exists for someone else. I tried going inside the houses and they treat me like a virus. I don't think I belong despite never existing elsewhere. Log day 2. When I designed this facility, I wanted to make something different, round. I can't put my finger on it, but something about everything is off. I was bitten. My mind felt like it was beginning to fade, so I went into the houses. The woman inside became extremely aggressive and fucking bit me. I immediately went to check my blood and I found a foreign entity. Like day 4. It looks like I won't be going outside. The virus inside me violently reacts to something in the outside air. I'm going to construct a quarantine area soon. Oh, that's why they died. Life is getting weird in here. The houses seem like so long ago. I don't know how long I could go on without seeing her face. I'm going to need to find some new hobbies fast. 16. Something has been forming in my dreams. It's unlike anything I've ever seen before. Every night it's more vivid. So smooth. I woke up today and I must be losing it. The object from my dream is right here in front of me. I finally realized what is so special about it. It's truly smooth and the light bounces off of it like the fireworks. Why is everything else constructed from straight edges? I finally feel awake. Day 20. They keep appearing. I think this has something to do with the nature of existence. I don't know what's in them, but it doesn't taste great. 25. What is happening? What is fucking happening? Something is being broadcasted from just the air itself. I can't understand it, but it sounds explicitly constructed. I don't think it's going to stop. It's built into the foundation of empty space, it seems. It has to be important. They're getting bigger. I don't get it. Someone has to come. They need to see. I hope you're reading this. What are we made of? Edges, not atoms. Scripts, not DNA. I am a plane. I shouldn't know. Is there anything else? Polygons, reused asset, no past. Help. Optiplane tomato soup. Optiplane tomato soup. Take tomato soup. That does not look like tomato soup. Does our world become product placements? Oh no. Everyone understands now. None of this is real. Our polys are rigid and defined. This is text on a screen. Reality is important. Don't lose sight of it. It's not profound, but it's true. Go out there and be real. Ending 8. Developed. Secret. You are going to hell in real life. Thank you. Very comforting. Jaws Moon? No, it's just a literal moon. I was just saying Majora's moon. Welcome to the moon. How this works, who knows? But hey, we're here. Okay. The moon is everything. Stairway to Heaven? Oh, look, it's the tile drop. It's literally the cover of the game. You may have witnessed many explanations for our reality. However, your journey for truth will now lie in its grave. For I am gone. I created this world recently, exactly as it is now. Its past is merely an illusion. The churches are empty, and they rot with false age. This is not a warped memory. This is not a video game. It is a reality that I alone am responsible for. Rejoice, you are the only being with free will. Even the air itself acts on my script. We must trust in my omnipotence, for I could not have been created. I must have always been, though I can't remember. Ah, see, because you were created by a creator too. Regardless, you were made to determine this land's fate, and your path has led to me. I am most pleased with this result. Take this, and we can make a land of indeterminate future. Feel good, child. You have made them all real. Thank you. Well, there's the wooden door. I mean, it kind of makes sense. It is the Eye of God. Final liquid. Looks damn good. Like unicorns. Although they didn't realize it, everyone's life has been false. Their short time in this land has been dictated by fate. Hidden in this cosmos, you found some form of truth. God is real, and this reality is apparently their creation. All can now think for themselves. They are all real now. The future does not exist, so must now be created. Ending 9. Where do we go from here? So I'm assuming this is the best ending because you establish existence based on free will, on choice. There is no future because the future must be made. It is not established on any specific thing or any construct or philosophy, as you would say. It is constructed on no construction. Future is what you make it. Future is the best. Oh no! One, two, three, four. Secret. Oh, hey. I'm the one who made the game. You probably thought you broke it back there. Anyway, I just thought I would hide some thoughts. I hope you've enjoyed the game. If you didn't, that's okay. You have to admit, Simone did a great job on the music, though. My biggest insecurity is the writing. It's probably pretty sloppy. I wanted to explore a lot of themes, but that was never the main focus. At the end of the day, it's just an excuse to make some little worlds. Atmosphere is really important to me, so that's what came first. I don't know who's reading this, but I hope your day is well. I guess unless you're a racist or some shit. Hey, I've got a tip for you. You should edit your save file. Give yourself a liquid named Secret. If you do that, be prepared for some spoilers. Alright, that's enough of me. Touch my butt over there, and he'll help you out. Yo! Get the hell out.
Alright, hey. I'm the developer of the game. I've never done anything like this before, but I thought it'd be cool to just hide this in the game here. I'm just going to be poking around the files. So I haven't finished the game yet as of recording this. As you can see, I only have a few of the ending videos down here, but yeah, I don't know. I just thought I'd do some behind the scenes. So this is the title screen here. Not much to look at. So let's go over to the plant room. Poke around here. Yeah, so this was before I found out that Modus actually made some shaders for the caustics on the walls. So they're actually a separate model here. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Of course, we have our friend back here. There he is. As you can see, I didn't know what to call him, so I just called him Guy. Plant room Guy. And actually, let's see if I can find this. Let's see if it's still in here. Yeah, okay. So I cut this out of the room because I thought it didn't really match the scenery very well, but there's a fountain. I put a fountain in the game. We can take a little look at it in game, of course. Look at that. It does look pretty nice. Maybe I'll use it in something someday. I don't know. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the hub world. Yeah, so I remember not really knowing what to do with this door here, so I just kind of left it floating in the air. I didn't want to make an outside of the plant room or anything, and I think it worked out. I think it adds to it. Here we have our friend over here. Everyone thinks this is a cat, but actually it was supposed to be a raccoon. That's why he's named Raccoon in the over here. But it does not look like a raccoon very much. I originally tried to texture his head with like realistic raccoon fur and everything, and it did not work out at all. Not even a little bit. And early in play testing, actually, I found out that you could just walk up the walls and just fall down into the pit down here. And I thought, you know what? I'll just hide something down there. I'm not even gonna get rid of that. Yep. And I placed this area up here behind the two bushes because I just really wanted to have a nice little secret in this first starting area. It's kind of inspired by the there's a caves in Lego Island. There's like a door that's inaccessible. That's just really mysterious, and I love little alcoves and little holes and stuff like that. So that's why that's there. All right. This is one of the later ones I made. The well actually used to be placed over here, and you could only access it by getting up on the plant, getting up here, and then jumping down into it. But I thought, I kind of want it to be accessible really early on so that you wouldn't have to jump through a bunch of hoops just to get there. So here it is. It's right here. I experimented with having more light shafts, but I felt it was a bit too much, so just kept it like that. Yep. Oh, the gravestone here, the text there, it says a few things. It says Lorem Ipsum, and then it says, I believe L is real 2401 as a reference to some rumors surrounding a certain Nintendo 64 game. And I forgot what the last bit says, but yeah. So I just put some filler text there. This kanji here actually translates to birch. And in the Nightmare Zone, it's different. You see, that means, I believe, to have a nightmare. And this area, the graphical, I guess, intensity of it or whatever, kind of came about by accident. I didn't intend to even have this area in the game at first. I didn't plan for it. But I accidentally dragged the render texture material onto the walls inside of Cherry Blossom, and I just thought it looked neat. So I decided to make a whole area based around that. Over here, oh shoot. Over here, I thought it'd be cool to hide a character based on the vertex snapping of it being like so intense that the further you get away from it, it just basically becomes invisible. But this closer you get, there he is. He's really unstable. This character doesn't really have a lot to do in the game, but I just thought it'd be cool to hide him there. Add a bit of flavor, if you will. This is a really cool place to develop the only high poly asset in here, in the whole game right here. The soup cans. I really don't know why I chose soup cans, but yeah, there they are. Of course, this is a picture of me that I just used for the scientist. Yep. And on this board here, we actually have some stock photos that were on the title screen, actually, like over here and here. This right here is the painting that is hung up in the Cherry Blossom area. That's the Unity logo, of course. This is the letter that you receive, or that you just have in your inventory at the start of the game. This is, of course, the eyeball symbol that relates to the plant room and the churches and all that. This right here is a picture of the body stuck in the wall that's in the suburbia area, which you might as well check out. Or, not the suburbia, the house area. Yeah, here we are. So, originally, I was going to have the mom's face scroll between a few different arrangements like this, kind of inspired by the Land of the Living and Grim Fandango. But I don't know, I just accidentally had it scrolling in 2 directions. And that just scrolls through her whole texture there. Like, you can see the hair texture and the faces show up. And I don't know. That looked a bit more chaotic. And I decided to keep it. Hopefully people will see that and think it's unintentional. But yeah, there's the image that was on the cork board. The conspiracy board, if you will. Alright, now let's check out Suburbia. So this area is a bit interesting because I wanted to give off the vibe that it goes on forever, but it's actually very small, and it just teleports you as you're walking through it. So right here is the player's position, as you can see. And here, let's set this up so that we can see all of it. Turn off the fog. Okay. Yeah, so right there is the player's position. Right there's the player's position. And as we walk, we hit a trigger that teleports us back. And this works in either direction. Yep. And as you keep going, eventually it'll detect that you've walked enough to let you go on into the lab. Might as well take a little peep. We got a gazebo, the ocean, which maybe doesn't go out as far as you might think. Yep. The sand texture down there is a little messy. You know, you can see the seams of it, but you know, you can get away with that sort of thing. Get the submarine here. Alright. Ocean floor. Let's look at this one. Let's turn off the fog again. Turn down the... Turn up the cutout distance. Why not? Look at that. That's the whole area. You got the walls stretch out about that much. There you go. Hope somebody's interested in that. Well, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this stupid little behind the scenes, me messing around little video that I hid in the game. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you got something out of it, maybe you didn't. I don't know. I just thought it'd be a fun little thing to do, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I hope you have a good day. Hope you enjoyed the game. If you didn't, that's alright. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. So, bye.
So, that's it for Fatum Betula. I kind of talked about the story a bit as I went through it, but it's... The main message is kind of about the choice and structure of this, not quite society, but existence itself, and of course, the final ending, like I said, not kind of joke endings, is, free will. The world, the roots of existence are absorbing a free will. They absorbed oil and became consumption-based society, purely consumption. It absorbed blood and became a society of murder and kind of just turning on each other and etc. It absorbed bones and we all became skeletons. Now, in the developer's own words, the game doesn't have a real deep meaning. It has like a loose meaning and is an excuse for visuals. And on that note, I did like the visuals I saw within the game, but I felt like it kind of needed more visuals. The game's format is interesting. It's a very short game. If you go one ending, it's a very, very short game. So it's a quick consumption game. You quickly get the thing for an ending, you get it, bam. Maybe go in for another ending if you want. So I see why he might have kept the visuals down to lower the amount of tracking if you weren't keeping multiple saves like I was. But it did lose a bit of Discovery, I like the ocean. You know, like I said, I like what I saw. I think it does capture a certain element of the vague, low draw distance generation of that kind of 3D gaming, and the atmosphere it kind of gave. But it did need a little more oomph. You know, they need a little more oomph sections. And I would have liked to have seen some cohesion between the story and the game. I wish it wasn't an excuse for visuals and there was a little bit more flow to it. Not to say the game is bad or anything. I actually kind of enjoyed what I kind of saw and consumed. But it did remind me of the demo, where I felt like there was something a little bit something missing. I like the visuals of the cutscenes that they would play at the endings. Like I said, it reminded me of Alpha Centauri, Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri, which was a kind of science-fictional version of Civilization. One of the best games ever made, in my opinion. Honestly, one of the smartest ones, too. But that little message at the end and those extremes of aspects of life definitely remind me of the little cutscenes they used to have in that they were very philosophical. Not as good as that. Those were some of the peakest of writing in actual video gaming history. But I kind of saw what they're going for. So this game's in that, like I said, it's in that little mark where I kind of like what I saw, and then I kind of felt like there could have been room for it to shine more. It's kind of like a stone that you kind of started to polish, but you didn't quite get all the way there. But good on the dev for making something interesting and trying to make something kind of unique. I hope all these new and up-and-coming developers kind of stick at it and, you know, put out more stuff like this and keep refining it as I go. Anyway, so thank you all for watching me play that game where you feed that cat that fish and he also died at a certain horror anime-con game. I'll see you guys later and take it easy. Also, he's not a cat, he's a raccoon.